Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another special level 80 guide for another character. In this case we are going with Ivy. Ivy is a character that was already featured in the previous banner before Machina, and I always was telling people go for Ivy. Ivy is a really good character. You would definitely like to use Ivy for some content in the game. And she's the perfect partner when it comes to like Yuri, for example. You can use her alongside Yuri to kill enemies, and she's really good. It would work really well, right? I'm not going to be showcasing Yuri in this particular scenario, right? But I'm going to be showing you guys how it goes, how it works when it comes to killing some enemies in the game, like going for these particular enemies, the one for subjugation that tend to be pretty strong, pretty hard to kill. And there is a way for Ivy to stun lock the enemy and not allow them to do anything. But we are going to be showing that in a moment. For now, let's go ahead and showcase what we have here with Ivy. So we have 954 attack, 207 speed. You definitely want to have at least 200 speed with your Ivy. 84% crit rate, 167% crit damage, and 73% effect accuracy. Again, definitely need to have effect accuracy on your IV. Want to be able to use E. For PvP, it doesn't matter. For PvE, you for sure need it. For her weapon, I'm using her own weapon. Good, it works perfectly fine for her, so I'm not going with anything. When it comes to dupes, you definitely, the only thing that I need on this character is her second skill dupe. If you want PvP, then probably having the ultimate dupe would not be bad. It would increase your damage by a lot, especially because on PvP, people would always have buff on them. So if your IB is able to attack, she will deal a lot of damage because every time that she dispels, she deals extra damage for that. And then as you can see here, the second skill, what it does is that it deals 257% damage, which is a lot of damage. It's higher damage than the base damage that you do with Sion, with the ultimate, an AoE ultimate, right? And there is a 75% chance to absorb. Absorb means that she takes the bar, 50% of the attack bar of the enemy. You can take more turns and the enemy cannot take any turns. So that's pretty much what you do with Ivy. Of course, you want to prioritize going for the effect accuracy and the speed increases here. And for the other things, you can just wait. There's no need to go hard on that. For the team that I'm going to be using here, just for a showcase, you definitely want Stain. You definitely want Libertas, because Libertas would also lower the attack part of the enemy and also provide the defense break. Not absolutely necessary for the team, not absolutely necessary, but it's actually really good because the defense break would allow you to deal more damage. And Diana is here also because she has a speed debuff on the enemy, so she can lower the speed of the enemy, and that would allow you to take more turns and you know, keep the enemy down and not allow the enemy to have any turns. Something else that you can do is just don't go for any defense break, and instead of going for Libertas, you can go for Foranzi, for example. That way you would have more points, you would have extra movement speed, right? So it can be actually pretty good to do that. But in my case, I'm going to be using this. So let's go ahead and showcase what the character can do. And we are going to be doing it here with the boss for the subjugation. Let's go ahead and attack this one, the water one. Go ahead and make sure that I'm selecting the correct team. And let's go. So here we go. So we are going to start by defense breaking the boss, I think. Yeah, because I don't want to use that many points and then not have enough points to use my Ivy. So let's go ahead and buff with this. Buff with a Stain. And then all that Ivy has to do is just use her skill 2. You immediately lower the turn of the enemy. And then from here on is just making sure that you are always using your skill 2. And then with Diana, all you have to do is just do your best. Use the skill 1 and see if you can activate the defense down, sorry, the speed down debuff. Which is going to take me some time because my Diana doesn't have that particular skill unlocked. As you can see, the enemy still have the defense break. I don't have to worry about anything. And Stain is here just to boost herself just so that I have enough points to use all my skills all the time. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if I can apply the speed debuff. No speed debuff. Going to auto attack with this. Let's go ahead and buff here. I have enough points. And you can see the bar of the enemy going down. And since I got a lot of bar of the enemy, I was able to get another turn right away. And I can use it again. In this case, I think that I failed. No, I didn't fail. It actually did work. So let's go ahead and see if I can apply. Perfect. Now that the enemy's speed down is going to be even better for us, because the enemy is definitely not going to be able to take a turn. As you can see here, the enemy is taking a turn before my IB, so I want to make sure that... Oh my god, I made a mistake. My bad. So I would have to actually do this. Okay. And let's see if I don't miss. I didn't miss. Perfect. And then I can continue to take turns and just continue to do damage. So yes, some battles are going to be really long, and you know, for example, for the Abyss, all you have to do is just make sure that you're bringing another character that deals a lot of damage alongside your IB, so that they can kill the enemy, right? But this not only works with enemies that are of the water element. Again, you can just bring IB to whatever is not fire, and all you have to do is just break the guard of the enemy, and after that, just apply a speed debuff or whatever, and after that, the enemy will not be able to move. You can see here. Also, your IB is going to take an insane amount of turns. So she's always going to be running out of the attack buff before the other character can even apply it again. And yeah, I think this is going to be all. The enemy is not going to be able to move from here. And yeah, we won. As you can see, guys, that's not only going to be working with this. You can be very creative and then just build a team that is going to have another DPS that is able to break the enemy and deal extra damage to the enemy, and that would be enough for you to win the battle without the enemy ever taking a turn. I just wanted to show you guys that this character is actually really good. If you got an IB and if you are considering getting any dupes for her, just make sure that you go for a skill 2, and that's all you are going to ever need with this character when it comes to PvE. And again, for PvP, you definitely want the ultimate. But for everything else, guys, I think this is going to be all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. If you have any particular character that you want me to make a video about, please put it in the comments and I will make sure to create the guide for you. Again, keep in mind that all of the videos that are being released right now have been pre-recorded, and I just wanted to make sure that you guys had enough content for the entire week. And once I check the comments and see which characters you guys want me to build, I would take the opportunity, since I'm going to have extra time, to go ahead and build all of them. In any case, guys, thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoy the channel and the content, and also enjoy the game, which is actually really good. I do enjoy this game a lot. And see you in the next one.